Hello. Today we're talking about our lymphatic system. So if you have noticed that you have any fluid above or below the collarbones, this would be of interest to you. Or if you notice that in your armpit it's a puffy, not going inwards, this would be of interest to you. Or if you're experiencing dark circles under the eye or fluid in the face. I know a lot of influencers say it's cortisol face, but it's lymph. So today we're going to talk about the lymphatic system, and I'm going to teach you why these can be great things to learn and read on your own body, and I'm going to give you information on how to fix it. All right, let's begin. So our lymphatic system is basically the sewage system of our body. It sits just underneath our skin, and it doesn't have a heart to pump it through. So it actually pumps through a series of lymph nodes. And if you think of a node like a door, but sometimes that door is blocked for multiple reasons. So then the waste will pile up in the surrounding tissue. And this is where we can get puffiness. The lymphatic system, if you think of every blood cell has a lymph attached. So the lymph actually filters out the fluid and places it out of the blood and places it in the lymphatic system, and it also will clean out the waste. So the lymphatics is always scanning for toxins, viruses, so it's very much linked to your immune system as well. So it drains through a series of drainage, and it's really interesting. 75% of the fluid drains up over my left collarbone. 75%. So a lot of both my legs, it comes up through the thoracic duct, and then it comes here. This is called the termini point. Termini, termination, finish. And then it goes back into my blood, heart, and then it will go to my liver to filter the waste, and then hopefully the waste would go to the bowel and then be removed. But often these systems aren't removing it, they're recycling, and it can cause a lot of problems. Now, 45% of my lymph is going to go, which is my right side of my arm and into my rib cage. That actually comes through here. So it's not symmetrical. So that's why sometimes when I look at a client, I can see, they're quite puffy either on top or underneath, or I'll look at their armpits and I can see it's puffy, it's not indentated. Or I'll look around their ankles as well. And often they'll say, yeah, I get sinusy, I get dark fluid retention under my eyes, dark circles, I feel like I have a puffier face, and then it affects my sleep, it affects so many things. Now, fun fact, all day long, our lymph should be draining when we're moving. It's not moving when we're sitting. So it's a really good thing. I will link to, it's called the specific 7, and I'll get my teacher to explain how to unblock the specific 7 lymph nodes, which is a 5-minute exercise you can do every single day, once or twice a day. I do it twice a day, and it can actually unblock those doors, because if the lymph is flowing but the door is blocked, it's not going to get very far, and this is where we get problems. We get pile up and fluid build up, and we see it. Now, when we sleep, that's the time that it's called our lymphatic system, which is in our brain, our lymphatic system in our brain. It drains when we're in deep sleep. So that's why you'll sometimes see people are struggling with sleep. So there's great things we can teach you to do here. So the main one to start with is to introduce opening up those doors, and I'll place in the comments a video of demoing how to unblock, and then you can do things. So my newest thing is a vibration plate, where I stand on that in the morning and I unblock in order. So you have to unblock them in order and learn the right pressure and the right direction. So if you're not doing those 3 things, you're not going to get a result, and if you do, it won't be the proper result, so you'll be missing out on that. So if you think of when you unblock that, then you're going to drain. I noticed since I've been doing this, my sinuses, which I don't really have a big problem with, but you can feel the nose draining more. And at night, it calms down the vagus nerve, so you feel more relaxed. So it will help with sleep. It massively helps with the nervous system. So we have a problem where most people are go, go, go mentality, fight or flight. So it actually really calms that nervous system down. So it's going to help with looking leaner because it's going to help with fluid retention we're holding, and it's going to massively help your immune system because it's helping to remove waste and things out of our body that is causing tax on the immune system. So when we're detoxifying, it's really good to learn how to open and support your lymphatic system. But the problem is a lot of people are teaching it wrong. So that's why I wanted to share this really good teacher who can show you how to do it. This is her specialty. And I've been practicing it and it really has helped enhance my drainage. So I do some extra things. So I do have a rebounder that I rebound on. So when I'm rebounding, I literally combo it. And my most recent thing is a vibration plate, which I surprisingly love it very much. And then I do hot and cold. So that could be hot and cold shower, or could be sauna to a cold shower, or cold pool or cold plunge. These things are helping the lymph. And then clothing. You do have to look at, when you take your clothes off, if there is clothes marks, or even if you're wearing activewear all day, which I'm very guilty of, we need to get you into looser fitting clothing. So lately I've been saying to wear dresses again and trying to change my habits, just to allow through the day the lymph to drain. And if you are wearing things that are blocking it, then at least you'll know how to unblock it afterwards, and particularly before sleep, because if you don't unblock it when you're sleeping, then it's hard for that lymphatic system to drain, and this can cause like the foggy thinking and low energy and just pretty much everything. But our skin is going to look better when we have a healthy lymphatic system, because you don't have that sewage system piling up under the skin causing inflammation. And such a simple thing to do, roughly 5 minutes, but I have been doing a lot more, and I've definitely noticed like a lot more definition here, because it's just the puff has cleared, and I also feel like calmer. I think the vibration plate helps, because I literally sit on it and journal in the morning, and I stand on it and I unblock. And then sometimes at nighttime, I'll put my hands on it and hold planks, and I challenge myself to see how long I can hold for. So last night I did 5 minutes, but I was like a minute on, minute off. And if I'm not holding in a plank, sometimes if I put my hands on it and move forward, everything just like releases. And our vagal nerve, like when you're like shaking like that and doing that deep breath, you just go to sleep, because it's putting you into a parasympathetic nervous system. So our lymphatics is a huge important thing that we need to keep in mind through the day, because it will give you so much vitality and longevity, because it's helping your body drain waste and it's helping your immune system function. That's why when you're sick, you can get those swollen nodes. Well, they're working, but you can help assimilate it. So very easy to do. If you want the video, send me a private message. Otherwise, today I will place it in the comments below. All right, happy draining. Bye.